Those are in backbenches, you are able to see board clearly. What I am writing is clear. Huh? If you add two vectors, will you get a vector along the bisector? Think about it. If is for sure a bar plus b bar is along the angular bisector of vectors a bar and b bar. And the two vectors, even then not correct. In a parallelogram diagonal, will it bisect the angle between the two adjacent sides? Okay, this is a parallelogram. You tell me, is it bisecting? Purposely I drawn long so that you will see that. Okay. So if we add two vectors, we will not get angular bisect, but we can still get it if the vectors are of same magnitude, because then it will not be parallelogram; it will be a rhombus. If these two lengths are equal, yes, it will be that, right? Okay. So you divide with some number such a way that the two vectors of equal magnitude. Then you add them, you will get angular bisect. Yeah, you can make it unit vectors and then add them also. No, when you add, you'll get a vector. I'm not saying it is unit. You are adding two unit vectors, but their sum is not unit vector. It is just a vector. If you apply two forces of magnitude 1 Newton, do you think resultant will be 1 Newton? Need not be. It depends on the angle, right? Okay. So you are adding two unit vectors. Resultant is along angular bisector, but need not be unit vector. Okay. How to make that into unit vector? Divide with its own magnitude. How to magnify by 9 times? Multiply with 9 or something like that. Understood, right? Anyway, this everybody clear? Online people? Okay. So I am erasing this. Yes, please. Oh, in a parallelogram, sum of these two is same as sum of these two. How? You, what is that? Yeah, right here. I am calling this M as, in a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. So the midpoint of AD is same as midpoint of EF. That's what I wrote. OM bar is OA plus OD by 2 also, OF plus OE by 2 also. When I cancel that, what are you getting? Sum of these two is same as sum of these two, position vector wise. Is it okay? Then I want A, so send D that side. That's what I've done and substituted this, that is this. Okay. Is it clear? Okay, method 2, after finding D, instead of taking this plus this minus this equal to this, okay, I can say G divides A and D in the ratio 2:1. Just now I found D, just now I found A. I know OG bar is 2 times OD bar plus 1 into OA bar by 2 plus 1. Simplify this, no, not simplify, I want to OA, right? Bring the here. OA is equal to 3 OG bar minus 2 times OD bar. You know centroid, you know D, substitute it, you will get it. You can do like that also. Apart from that, without even finding D, I will tell you how to find A directly. I will only draw this figure. Let me draw this parallelogram. Only AFD. Okay. This is A. This is F. This is E. This is D. This is that M. This is that G. Okay. No doubt M is the midpoint of these two. M is the midpoint of this and this. Right. But I want to know M divides A and G in what ratio? Okay. I know this is one part and this is two parts, and these two are equal. So if I take, what should I take? Which two are equal? This is double of this. Okay, I'll take this length as L. This should be 2L. If this is 2L, this total is L. So this is also L. Wait, that's wrong. Uh, this is not 2 is to 1. Sorry about all this. Okay. I'll take this length as L. This total will be 2L because of centroid dividing the median. Another thing I have to check is this and this are equal. So, how should I check with that? If I take this total, this is off, and this should be 1/3. This off minus 1/3 will be 1/6. So I should know this is 3 is to 1. Okay. So should I explain this? AM is to MG I want. AM is off of AD. AD is 3 times GD. So I got AM is equal to 3 by 2 GD, and mg will be 3 by 2 GD minus GD, which is half of GD. Then online people cannot see. Sorry, somehow I had to erase this for these people. Okay, I am not saying you have to do like this, but I am just giving different alternatives so that in other questions we can use some way. Okay. In fact, without all that, somebody can do like this. I'll tell you. Maybe I should call this method 4 if you want. I'll assume position vector of this is a bar, which I have to find. Can I write position vector of this as 2 times OF bar minus OA bar? If you remember your 2D geometry well, vectors is also easy. What is that? If I know this point and this point, how will you find midpoint? This plus this by 2. Okay. What if you know this and this, but you want to find this? You will take double of this minus this, that is this. You know that, right? Okay. That's what exactly I am writing here. If this position vector is A bar, this position is OF bar, what is this? Double of the midpoint minus this, 2 OF minus A. Similarly, double of this minus this will be this, so it will be 2 OE bar minus A bar. Correct? Take this plus this by 3, that should be centroid, you will get A bar, that's it. What is OG bar? This plus this, when I add, what I will get? 2 OF bar, 2 OE bar, plus A minus A together is minus A bar by 3, correct? Bring 3 here, A bar this side, this one that side, what will come? A bar is equal to 2 OF bar 2 times OE bar minus OG bar, minus 3 OG bar. You know OF, you know OE, when you know OG, so just substitute, you'll get the answer. Okay. The same thing here, what I said in the previous method, we found what is D. You know A, you know D, and you know centroid divides median in the ratio 2:1. So OG bar is 2 into this plus 1 into this by 2 plus 1. Bring 3 here and 2 OD here. You already got centroid and you got D. You can substitute that way also. Here what I am telling is something else. I am taking this quadrilateral AFGE. This point, it is which is actually the point of intersection of diagonals. This M is midpoint of F and E. M is midpoint of AD, but it is dividing AG in what ratio I want to know. Okay, I just calculated here. AM length and MD length are equal, and both are equal to half of the total AD. But AD is 3 times GD because this is a 2:1 ratio. This is 2 parts and this is 1 part. That's why I wrote AD as 3 times GD. Okay. Coming to, I want to find MG length, I can write MD minus GD. Okay. But already MD is 3 GD by 2 I substituted, I got half GD. Okay. So this length is half of GD and this length is 3 by 2 times GD. So this is 3:1. AMG is 2. Okay. So now this M divides F and E in the midpoint, that is this. This M divides AG in what ratio? 3:1. So 3 times OG bar, 1 time OA bar by 3 plus 1. Okay. If I equate these two and bring this 4 here and this 3 OG this side, whatever I got, same thing. 2 times OE, 2 times OF minus 3 OG. Okay. So in the question, what is given to us is OE, OF and OG. Just substitute, you will get it. Same thing here also. Okay. I am just giving different alternatives. Somebody wants to write, you can write it. If anybody any doubt, you can ask also. And I prefer method 4 than anything else. It's quite easy than anything else. Okay. But you have to recognize, how did I write this? Whenever you know midpoint and this, double of this minus this will give you this. Double of this minus this will give you this. Right? Which one? I already told, na? I said first one divided with its own magnitude, second one divided with its own magnitude, add them, you will get a vector, right? That one you divide with its own magnitude to make it a unit vector. After that you want to magnify by 10 times, multiply 10. You want magnification 3√6, multiply 3√6.
So then we are getting 79 minus j minus 2k divided by some number.
3√6 means what? Root over 54, root 40. This itself is root 54. Fine, na? You don't have to divide with any other number, will not come.
Sir, so when we add those two unit vectors, we are getting 79 minus j.
Tell me, when you added the two unit vectors, what did you get?
79 minus j minus 2k by 9.
By 9, okay. When you divide with its magnitude, it will come 3√6 by 9.
Yes, sir.
Okay, again we have to multiply 3√6, na?
Yeah.
Everything got cancelled, you got 79 minus j minus. You got something by 9 by 3√6 by 9 into 3. This is only for making unit vector. This whole thing is unit vector. But you want a vector of magnitude 3√6, you have to multiply 3√6. Oh, bell over. So, okay, fine. So, we are done 23. Alright, okay. Listen, rest of the questions I want you to try, but angular bisectors I have to give a little idea now. Can all of you stay for a few minutes? Okay. Okay, I can erase this whole thing, right? Okay. Okay, just a few things I want to tell about angular bisector. Okay. Let us say you have two vectors. Okay. You are looking for another vector where these two angles are equal. Okay. There is a vector which is bisecting these two. There are so many vectors like that. This much, this much, this much, this much. You can have any magnitude, but the direction is fixed, right? Okay. If this is given, this is given. How to find this? When you add two vectors, you don't get angular bisector necessarily. Okay, I will purposely show in a long parallelogram here. If this is A bar and this is B bar, you know resultant diagonal is A bar plus B bar. Obviously, you can see this is a very small angle, this is a very large angle. So A bar plus B bar may not bisect angle between A and B. Okay, but it will if they have same magnitude. If this and this have same magnitude, it is not a parallelogram. It is going to be rhombus. Okay, adjacent sides are equal in a parallelogram. It is rhombus. In a rhombus, these two angles are equal. In fact, these two triangles are congruent. You can fold it. This length and this length are equal. This length and all four lengths are equal, and you can fold it. Okay, this will perfectly match with this, and it will fold. Right? Okay. So these two angles are equal. So whenever two vectors are of equal magnitude, need not be unit vectors. Okay. If whenever two vectors are of equal magnitude, when you add them, okay, you will get the angular bisector. But that need not be unit vector. If this is one unit, this is one unit, doesn't mean this is also one unit. It is like saying when I apply two force of 1 Newton on a particle, the resultant will be 1 Newton. Need not be. It can be anything between 0 to 2. So I am making few points. First point, A bar plus B bar need not be the angular bisector of A bar and B bar. Second point, it will be angular bisector only when mod A bar equal to mod B bar. Many times what if A and B are not having same magnitude, how to find angular bisector? You take A cap plus B cap. You take A bar and divide with its own magnitude. Take B bar and divide with its own magnitude. So A bar by mod A bar plus B bar by mod B bar. That will give you a vector along the bisector. This is a unit vector, this is a unit vector, but this total need not be unit vector. If somebody says not just I want a vector along angular bisector, I want a unit vector along that, okay, then you take this and divide with its own magnitude. A cap plus B cap by magnitude of A cap plus B cap, okay, that will give you unit vector along angular bisector. If somebody says I don't want unit vector along angular bisector, I want angular bisector whose magnitude is 10, then multiply 10 here. You want magnitude 20, multiply 20 here. Okay. So with all this at the end, if somebody wants a vector along angular bisector whose magnitude is k, formula is k into A cap plus B cap by magnitude of A cap plus B cap. Convert the original vectors into unit vectors, add them, you will get some vector along angular bisector. Divide with its own magnitude, you will get a unit vector along angular bisector, and then multiply with k, you will get a vector of magnitude k units, that too along the angular bisector of the two given vectors. Alright. So tomorrow is a holiday, so I prefer try to complete up to 33 as far as possible. Okay. So in the next class, I am not going to discuss 24, 25, everything. I may discuss everything if you ask every question as a doubt, but I am not planning to discuss. So you try sincerely, okay, and whatever doubts you have, I will discuss, and then I will go for rest of the theory. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.